Welcome back. If you've ever tried to learn a new language, you know it's more than just memorizing words. It's a journey that reshapes your brain, opens new perspectives, and connects you to millions. Learning a language is about discovering new concepts, cultural nuances, and ways of expressing yourself. It challenges your identity, builds resilience, and boosts your mind in unexpected ways. Today, we'll break down 8 research-backed strategies to make your language learning efficient, enjoyable, and sustainable. Let's dive in. Principle 1. Consistent daily exposure. This is the cornerstone of effective language acquisition. We're not talking about cramming or intense weekend sessions. We're focusing on something far more sustainable and impactful, a small dose of language learning woven into the fabric of your everyday life. You don't need hours. In fact, overwhelming yourself with too much information at once can be counterproductive. Just 10 to 20 minutes a day can physically rewire your brain for language. That's all it takes to start seeing real, tangible progress. These short bursts of focused attention are incredibly powerful for building new neural pathways. Think of it like watering a plant. A little every day beats a flood once a week. Consistent, gentle nurturing allows the plant to thrive, just as consistent, gentle exposure allows your language skills to blossom. Sporadic, intense efforts, on the other hand, can overwhelm the system and hinder long-term growth. This taps into neuroplasticity, the remarkable ability of your brain to adapt and change throughout your life. It's your brain's ability to form new connections, strengthen existing ones, and essentially remold itself in response to new experiences and learning. This is how you build fluency, one connection at a time. Daily exposure could be a podcast on your commute, turning otherwise wasted time into valuable learning opportunities, or a short YouTube video, perhaps a vlog by a native speaker or a lesson specifically designed for language learners, or even something as simple as changing your phone's language. This forces you to interact with the language in a practical, everyday context. The activity matters less than the rhythm of doing it every day. It's about creating a consistent habit that your brain can rely on. This keeps the language fresh in your mind, preventing it from becoming stale or forgotten, and helps you subconsciously pick up patterns, grammar rules, and vocabulary without even realizing you're doing it. This is how native speakers learn, and it's a powerful way to accelerate your own learning. Make it part of your routine, integrate it seamlessly into your daily life so it becomes second nature, like brushing your teeth. You don't skip brushing your teeth, do you? Treat your language learning the same way. Choose content you enjoy so it never feels like a chore. If you dread your daily practice, you're less likely to stick with it. Find podcasts, videos, or books that genuinely interest you. Over time, these small daily habits build a strong foundation for fluency, creating a solid base upon which you can build more advanced skills. Remember, consistency is key. It's the secret ingredient that transforms sporadic effort into lasting results. You're not just learning, you're actively engaging your brain in a process of growth and adaptation. You're upgrading your brain, enhancing its cognitive abilities, and opening up new pathways for communication and understanding. This is the first crucial step on your journey to fluency. Embrace the power of daily exposure and watch your language skills flourish. Now, let's delve into a crucial aspect of language acquisition: prioritizing input, especially at the beginning of your journey. This means focusing intently on listening and reading. Think of it as laying the groundwork before you start building the house. You need a solid foundation, and in language learning, that foundation is built through consistent and focused input. This concept is powerfully supported by linguist Stephen Krashen's input hypothesis. It essentially says that we acquire language most effectively by understanding messages, by comprehending what we hear and read. It's not about rote memorization or endless grammar drills, but about engaging with the language in a meaningful way. Consider how babies learn their first language. They spend months, even years, listening intently to the sounds around them long before they utter their first words. They absorb the rhythm, the intonation, and the basic vocabulary simply by being immersed in the language environment. As adult learners, you should emulate this natural process. Resist the urge to immediately start speaking. Don't rush to talk. Instead, prioritize building a robust mental map of the language first. This map consists of vocabulary, grammar, and an understanding of how the language is used in context. To effectively build this mental map, find materials that are just slightly above your current level, what Krashen calls comprehensible input. This could include things like children's shows, which often use simple language and clear visuals, learner podcasts specifically designed for language students, or graded readers, which are books written with simplified vocabulary and grammar for different proficiency levels. Another great strategy is to watch familiar shows or movies in your target language. Start by using subtitles in your native language, then switch to subtitles in the target language, and gradually try watching without subtitles altogether. This gradual progression allows you to challenge yourself without feeling overwhelmed. Immerse yourself in the sounds of the language by listening to music. Expand your reading comprehension by exploring blogs, or follow YouTubers who create content in your target language. Find creators whose personalities and topics resonate with you to make the learning process more enjoyable. By engaging with a variety of authentic materials, you'll naturally absorb vocabulary, grammar, and cultural nuances. Remember, it's okay if you don't understand every single word. Don't stress about understanding everything. Focus on grasping the main ideas, the overall gist of what you're hearing or reading. Your brain is incredibly adept at pattern recognition, and will naturally fill in the gaps over time as you continue to expose yourself to the language. Make input a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Prioritize input daily, even if it's just for 15-20 minutes. Consistency is key. As you consistently immerse yourself in the language, you'll be amazed at how your speaking skills will blossom naturally and effortlessly. Trust the process. Embrace the power of input and have faith in your brain's ability to learn and adapt. Remember, input is your foundation. Build it strong and the rest will follow. Now, how do you remember all those new words? Use spaced repetition. The forgetting curve shows we quickly forget new info unless we review it at the right time. Spaced repetition systems like Anki or Quizlet prompt you to review words just before you forget them. Make flashcards with context, sentences, images, audio, not just translations. 10 minutes a day with SRS can move thousands of words into your long-term memory. This method is efficient and works with your brain's natural learning process. Don't rely on luck. Use science to make vocabulary stick. Spaced repetition turns memorization into mastery. Principle 4. Make learning personally meaningful. We remember what matters to us. Tie language to your passions. Love cooking? Watch recipes in your target language. Into football? Follow matches and fan pages. Learn vocabulary and context you care about, not just random lists. When language connects to your hobbies, it becomes play, not work. This emotional connection boosts memory and motivation. Use the language to do things you love. See yourself as a chef who speaks Italian or a gamer who speaks Japanese. This shift in identity keeps you engaged for the long haul. Make your learning meaningful, and motivation will follow. Now it's time to speak. This is where the rubber meets the road, where all your studying, all your vocabulary drills, and all your grammar exercises come to life. It's natural to feel a little apprehensive, maybe even a lot apprehensive, but remember why you started this journey. Speak early and often without fear. Don't wait until you think you're ready, because the truth is, you'll never feel completely ready. The best way to learn is by doing, by putting yourself out there and engaging in real conversations. The more you practice, the more natural it will become, and the less fear you'll feel. Mistakes aren't failures, they're feedback. Each error, each mispronounced word, each grammatical slip-up is a valuable lesson in disguise. Don't beat yourself up over them. Instead, analyze them, understand why they happened, and use that knowledge to improve next time. Like a baby learning to walk, we all start somewhere. Every stumble is progress, every little wobble, every near fall is a step closer to walking confidently. The same is true with language learning. Start by narrating your day to yourself in the target language. This is a low-pressure way to practice vocabulary and sentence structure. Describe what you're doing, what you're seeing, what you're thinking. Use language exchange apps to chat with learners from around the world. These platforms connect you with native speakers who are also learning your language, creating a supportive and collaborative environment. Or find a tutor for short, focused conversations. Even a 15-minute conversation can provide valuable practice and boost your confidence. Focus on communicating, not perfection. Your goal isn't to speak flawlessly, but to convey your message effectively. Don't let the fear of making mistakes paralyze you. Native speakers appreciate your effort and are usually very understanding of learners. They're not judging your grammar, they're impressed by your willingness to learn their language and culture. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. It's a virtuous cycle. As your confidence grows, you'll be more willing to speak, which will further improve your skills and boost your confidence even more. Embrace awkwardness and mistakes, laugh them off. They're signs you're learning and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Every conversation is a chance to grow, to learn new words, to improve your pronunciation, and to connect with people from different backgrounds. Step outside your comfort zone, even if it's just a little bit each day. Speak up, and your future fluent self will thank you for the effort, the courage, and the willingness to embrace the journey. Courage is the key to progress, so be brave, be bold, and speak your mind. Don't memorize isolated words, learn in context. Words gain meaning from the sentences and situations they're used in. Instead of single-word flashcards, use full sentences or phrases. When you find a new word, note the whole sentence. Mix your practice. Listen, read, speak, and write about the same topic. This interleaving builds flexible, real-world skills. Use context-rich flashcards and close deletions to mimic real-life recall. Always connect new info to a story or scenario. This way you're building a usable, interconnected knowledge base. Context turns vocabulary into communication. Principle 7. Adopt a growth mindset. Don't believe you're bad at languages. Abilities grow with effort and good strategies. Struggles aren't proof you can't learn. They're steps on the path. Change your self-talk. Say, I'm learning Spanish, not I'm trying. Add yet to your challenges. I can't understand native speakers yet. Neuroplasticity proves your brain can change at any age. Every practice session rewires your mind. Believe in your ability to improve. Embrace challenges as opportunities. Your mindset shapes your success. Finally, keep it playful. Fun accelerates learning when you enjoy yourself. Your brain is more open. Use games, apps, or play video games in your target language. Watch cartoons or read comics for simple, enjoyable input. Try role-playing real-life scenarios, even by yourself. Make learning social, join meetups, or cook with a language partner. If you're dreading study, change your approach. Find what brings you joy and weave it into your routine. When learning feels like play, you'll stick with it. Fun is the secret ingredient. There you have it. 8 science-backed principles for language learning success. From daily exposure to keeping it fun, these strategies make the journey effective and enjoyable. Celebrate small wins and focus on progress, not perfection. Your future multilingual self is cheering you on. Share your language goals in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next one.